Alright, so yesterday we did comparing fractions. Now I gave you a worksheet with a gumball machine on it. You guys had to do it. Some of you guys got to them and some of you guys didn't, and that's okay. We're going to go over them together. So for the first one, Andrew, can you do 8/12, which is at the top, and 2/3?
2/3.
8/12, 2/3. Remember we did greater than,
Can I draw it?
equal to, and less than.
Can I draw it? Yay!
Okay. Okay, and guys, pull out your fraction tables, please. Okay, is Andrew right?
Yeah, it's equal to. It's equal to. That's equal to.
Yeah. Okay, because if we remember, when we were,
Oh, yeah.
God bless you, when we were doing equivalent fractions,
Yeah.
2 can go into 8 and 3 can go into 12, okay? So if I reduce it down enough, 8/12 becomes 2/3. Okay? Next one. Rosalani, I want you to do this one. The 3/6 equals 5/5. I mean, not equal, sorry. Which one is it? Is it greater than, less than, or equal to? The 3/6 and 5/6. Now remember the trick I taught you. Right, 5/6 is bigger, so what would I put? 3/6 is what then? Is it greater than, less than, or equal to? Right, less than. Good job. Okay, next one, Joseph. I want you to do the 1/2. 1/2 is greater than 1/4. Good. Okay, Adriana, I want you to do this one, the 2/3. You want to come write it up on the board?
2/3.
If it's greater than, less than, or equal to? It is equal to. Why is this equal to? Because eventually, if I would reduce this or make it go down, what would it equal? 2/3, okay? Hey, William, can you do 1/3 for me? And 8/12, is that equal to or greater than or less than here? What do you think? Is this greater than, less than, or equal to this?
I finished.
Marty, you want to come do it? Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that it is. Okay. So here's my 1/3, right? And then here's my 12th. My 8th one would be, okay? Right. Good job, Marty. Now, Joseph, actually, Lucas, I want you to do this one. 5/5 and 3/3. Okay? 5/5, 3/3. So remember, all my 3s are filled in and all of my 5s filled in. They're both filled in. Look, this whole line is filled in and this whole line is filled in. So they're all filled in. What do you think that means? It's equal to, okay? Because all of my 5s are filled in and all of my 3s are filled in. So when you see something like this, because this equals 1 whole and this equals 1 whole. So they're equal to, okay? Now we're going to do one more. Bryce, that's okay. I want you to do this one, Bryce, the 1/3 and 1/6. Okay? Is 1/3 greater than? Come on. Is it greater than, equal to, or less than? Now here, I'm going to still goes along this fraction table, Bryce. Okay, so 1/3 is colored in, and then 1/6 is colored in. So here's 1/3 when it comes down to here. Here's the 1/6. So which one is filled in more? The 1/3 or the 1/6? This is colored in and that's colored in. Right. You're gonna have to get a new marker. Right. Okay, the 1/3 is greater. Now, we've been talking about greater than and less than, and today we're going to be talking about ordering from least to greatest, because we're going to be doing ordering fractions today, okay? Make sure you're on page 394 and 395 in your book, okay?
What do we do with these?
Do what? Put them away. You can put them away in a folder or something, or somewhere in your desk. Put them away. But we're talking from least to greatest, and God's Word talks about that. You know, He talks about, as you know, our faith to be the greatest in God's kingdom. What do you guys think we have to be like? Marty?
Not perfect, but good enough to go to heaven.
You have to be what?
They're going to go to heaven.
Good enough to go to heaven? I don't know about that, because we're not good enough to go to heaven. But anyone?
Well, how can people go to heaven then? If they're not good enough to go to heaven.
Okay, I'm going to explain it to you. Jesus is good enough. And it's when we put our faith in Jesus, then we're good enough because of Jesus. But we don't get ourselves to heaven. Okay, our works don't get us to heaven. What we do doesn't get us to heaven, being a good person. It is Jesus when we put our faith in Him, because He died on the cross for our sins. Does that make sense, everybody? That Jesus gets us to heaven for what He did on the cross for us? And all we have to do, all God asks, is that we believe in Him, in Jesus, and that we confess that with our mouths. Okay, but I'm going to read to you Matthew 18, 1 through 5. About that time, the disciples came to Jesus and asked, "Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" Hey, Joseph, can you put that book away, please? Jesus called a little child to Him, and He put the child among them. He said, "I tell you the truth. Unless you turn from your sins and become like little children, you will never get into the kingdom of heaven." So anyone who becomes as humble as this little child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. So, to enter heaven, Jesus said that we have to become like little children. And what Jesus means like that is that when, like children, like you guys are very trusting and very open, especially little children, even people, even children younger than you guys. They're very trusting and very open. They'll just trust anybody or put their faith in anybody. Like think of the preschoolers or the kindergartners. They just put their faith in anything sometimes because they don't know a lot yet. So that's what Jesus wants us to be like with Him, putting our faith in Him and trust in Him. That is who the greatest is in His kingdom, and the person who is the most humble. You know, humble. You're not boasting. You're not puffed up. You're not putting yourself on a pedestal and like you're greater than everybody. A humble person is, you know, very low, very selfless, not boasting, Okay, so just a quick review. How do we become the greatest in the kingdom? By being like what, Ethan? Have faith in Jesus, yes. Marty?
Be like the little guys.
Be like the little children and be humble, okay? So now we're going to go into our lesson. And I'm going to do an example. Now, when we order our fractions, the way I want you guys to do it is from least, okay, to greatest. This is how I want you to order them. Now, I could flip it and we could do greatest to least. But we might do like a couple examples like this. But for the most part, I want you guys to do from least to greatest, okay? Now, if I have an example, which is the example in your book, look on with me. We have 2/3. We have 3/6. And the last one was 5/6. Now, what we have to do is we look at our fractions, the 2/3 and then the 3/6 and 5/6. Now, do I have anything kind of similar with some of my fractions? Vincent, what's similar like with two of my fractions, Vincent? Something similar. Look at the bottom of the bottom numbers.
3 out of 6 and 5 out of 6.
Okay, so we already know that all we have to do with these ones when we're ordering them is look at the top number. So Vincent, if I was just looking at these two for right now, which one would come first? If I was ordering just these two.
Least to greatest?
Right, least to greatest. Which one would be the least right now out of these two?
3 out of 6.
3 out of 6.
Actually, 5 out of 6.
Okay. Now, and we know this is greater than 3 out of 6, but let's go to 2/3. Everybody look at your fraction table. Okay? Look at the 2/3 on it. Alright? Now, go to 5/6. So 2/3 and 5/6. Which one is greater? Andrew?
5/6.
Is greater than?
2/3.
So which one will go next?
2/3.
2/3. And guys, I want you guys using, when we do our activities today, I want you guys using your fraction tables because they really help you guys. Because we can clearly see with the 2/3, the line right here, and then 5/6, which is right there, that this is greater.
Miss Romano.
Okay, yes, Andrew?
But what if it's like number 1? Because they're all the same denominator. Because you kind of know.
Okay, we'll get to there. All right, and then after this one would be 5/6. Okay, so this is how we order them. Let's do.
Miss Romano.
What's up? Your fraction table? Is it in your folder? Did you look? Huh? Check your folder, bud.
Miss Romano.
What's up?
But on 7 to 12, it says to order them from greatest to least.
We will do that. I said we'll do that more towards the end, but I want you guys to focus more on least to greatest. Okay? Let's do
Number 1.
1/3. Let's do this one. Okay, Andrew. First, I'm going to teach you guys something real quick. I automatically know that my 1/3 is going to be the least greatest. Okay?
But what about the 2/3 and 1/2? They're the same thing.
No, they're not.
Well,
2/3
I
is...
mean 1/2 and 2/4.
Okay, that's what I'm getting to in a second. Now, these are the same thing. Okay? They're equivalent fractions. So if this ever happens, if you ever see this in a problem, you just order them in any way that you want, okay? Because it's the same thing. So I could put 1/2 down, and then I would put 2/4 down. It doesn't matter. You just put them down, okay? So if that ever happens in a problem, if you find equivalent fractions in your set, you just put them down. It doesn't matter which order because they're the same thing, okay? Now, and 2/3 I know is greater than 1/2. Okay? So my 2/3 goes here. All right, let's do a couple problems in the book. Angie, you said you wanted to do number 1.
Yeah.
So let's do number 1 together.
Pretty easy.
Phew! Thank you. Okay, so what do we have, Andrew? Tell me the numbers.
7/10, 4/10, 8/10. And the order is 4/10, 7/10, and 8/10.
Okay, now we're going to go to from greatest to least. And if I was using this problem, this is from least to greatest. If I was using this same problem, how would I put this from greatest to least? Marty?
Switch them around.
Switch them around. So Marty, give me the numbers.
8/10, 7/10, 4/10.
Did we say 10?
Yeah.
How do we say the bottom number? Guys, I want you practicing. 7/10. Don't forget to put on the TH, okay?
Unless it's 1, 2, or 3. 4/10.
Right.
And
All right, next one, Rosalani. Okay. Give me the next problem. What are those numbers?
5, 8,
Okay.
1, 4,
Uh-huh.
7, 8.
Okay. Now from greatest, huh?
And 10.
Okay. So how would we order these from least to greatest, Rosalani? Ready? Now you already have that figured out. So what's this next? Because we put 5/8. Right. Guys, once we figure out the one that's not the common one, like these have the common denominator, okay? We just order them like we would any number, okay? So when you have a common denominator or the same denominator in a few of the fractions, all you just got to do is just order them like regular numbers. Let's do, are we stopping at a certain time? Okay. Let's do number 7. Lucas, we're going to do number 7, and we're doing from greatest to least. So we got to think of the greatest fraction to the least fraction. Okay, and I have 3/5, 4/5, and 1/5. So Lucas, how would I order this from least to greatest? I mean greatest to least. You can look at your fraction table. Look at the 5th strip. Everybody, I want you looking at your 5th strip. We're looking at this together. Okay? Now, Lucas, what do I have that's common that we were talking about? What is common in all of these fractions if we're looking at them? What do you see in all of them? They all have a 5 and they all have the common denominator or the same denominator. So, what did I say? When we have the same denominator, we just order them like regular numbers. So how would I order that? From greatest to the least. Huh? Okay, so 4/5 is first. Then what do I have next? Okay, 3/5, and then what do I have? The 1/5.
Also, the 1/5 stays the same. Most, no, not most.
Yeah, it does. In how it's ordered in the
Oh,
book.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it actually doesn't.
Okay, so let's do one more. Okay, let's do number 12. Vince or Chiana. Okay, we're going to do number 12 together, and I want you to use your fraction strips for this, okay?
Oh, this one.
Or your table that we have. We have 5/8, 2/4, and 9/10. Okay? So looking at our strips, huh?
Greatest to least.
Greatest to least.
So 9/10. What are we doing?
Right?
Greatest to least.
9/10. Okay, Chiana, 2/4 here. What's that equivalent to? What is that equal to?
That's equal to, I know, 3/6. I know.
Well, yeah, actually, it could be.
I know.
Look up, though.
I know that.
Look up. Oh, sorry, William.
1/2.
1/2. So we know 2/4 is 1/2. Now 5/8. What's half of 8?
4.
4. So we have a little bit more than half with the 5/8. If this is a half, truly, if we reduced it down, and this is more than a half, which one goes next?
5/8.
5/8. Guys, remember that. If you have trouble with the fractions and even trouble with your fraction strips, think of this like, what is it equivalent to? If we have the half, and if this is greater than the half. Okay, but always look at the bottom number though. And see if you have half, less than half, or more than half. That always helps when you look at the denominator. Like this 8, in this case, we had more than half. But if we had half, it would be 4, and if it was less than 4, it would be less than half. Sometimes that can help you. Like I said, we learn in different ways, and you guys can use whatever strategy you would like to use, okay?
I know which one. I know what 5/8 is equal to.
Is it? Which one's it equal to?
4/3.
Good.
3/4.
What do you mean?
5/8. Which is this one? 4/3.
4/3. That's
Right?
impossible.
Good. Good, huh?
3/4. 4/3.
He's right though.
4/3.
If you look on your fraction strip, it is.
4 with the thirds.
Yes.
That would be even more than 4.
No. He's saying, I'm sorry, he's saying 3/4.
Yeah, thought so.
Sorry, my bad, guys. All right, we're actually going to just do one more. 11. William, I want you to do 11 with me. So I have 2/8, 3/4, and 1/2. Order this from least to greatest for me.
I know that the 2/8 might have to.
Let's look at our numbers, guys.
Yeah, wait. Hold up. 2/8 is last.
Good.
Let's see.
Remember when we were estimating fractions? What were the three fractions I told you guys to estimate by?
Wait. And the first one is 4/3.
Close. You're mixing it up. Right, 3/4. So what's my middle man?
1/2.
1/2. Okay, guys. When you see any problem with with these two fractions, the 3/4 or a half, or even 1/4, when we were estimating fractions, I gave you guys 3 fractions to go by. Okay. A half is the middle, a fourth is less than half, and then 3/4 is more than half. 3/4 is the closest to a whole. Okay? What's up, William?
This is what I just noticed. You were on the bottom, if you look, it says 2, 4, but it's kind of like 2 that it's taking the 6 to the 8.
Yes.
So 2, 4,
Like
then
even.
6 to 6, and 8.
Stuff. All right, guys. Now, I'm going to split you guys up into groups, and I'm going to give you guys a set of cards, and you guys have to order these cards.
Like these?
Okay, so you guys do this one.
No.
The whole table, and this will be for the whole table too, okay?
Can I put my table away?
You guys will do this one.
There's one more. Okay.
Spread them out. Just give one.
Ready?
Okay, let's read it.
And guys, use your fraction tables.
I already gave it. Okay, starting with rice.
Okay.
Hey, boys and girls, you guys have 5 minutes to do this.
Okay, go around 5 minutes.
Sorry.
And then this was different. 6.
Oh, you guys will do least to greatest, least to greatest. You do greatest to least. You guys do least to greatest.
I'm pretty sure that was a grade.
You're 10, 12. Okay. Bryce is second. I think we're equal. I will probably say that's the greatest.
Okay.
Yeah, you're I think we're equal.
Wait, do least to greatest.
Bryce is the second. Pretty sure. Yeah. Times both them by doing Andrew put 10, 12. We're done.
You guys have
We're done.
Look at
Wait.
5 tenths.
No. Done. Because that's how we reduce it. Times 2 by both of them.
Yeah.
Mrs. Romano, we're done.
I know, greatest to least.
Greatest
Oh, we were doing it greatest to least.
Okay. Done. Yo, gotta go. We're done. We were done. We were done before you guys.
No, we had to switch them around. Because on this
We didn't have to switch them around. What about us?
So we were done first.
What about us?
Here's 1/3. Here's 5 tenths.
I think we got it right.
Okay, this is filled in all the way up to here, and this one's just filled in for the 1/3. So which one's greater? Right. No. Right, least to greatest. So this one least.
So if this is 1, 2, 3, so that comes.
No, Ellie, you're supposed to do these. Let's do that. Oh, we did that.
That makes sense. I already have a book.
I know
But they're the same though, so it doesn't matter.
My desk is made on the outside, but it would mess on the inside.
Let's go like this.
My desk is
Oh, I know, like this.
on the outside. It's mad.
Mine only comes with this.
This is facing you and not us.
It's definitely your name.
Hey, well, great job.
Yeah, I know. Look what I did.
Oh, wait a second.
I peeled that.
I had to reach
Yeah.
out.
I made a computer.
Okay. All of them. You guys got the 1/3 right. You guys got these 2 right, and this one right. This one is off.
We only have
Look at where it falls. You have the 1/3.
Oh, yeah.
And the next place you have.
You know we have one and
No, should I have 2 extra? This one.
Right.
I
So you guys can use this. Are you guys finished?
Yeah, we did the first one finished.
Okay. All right, boys and girls. Hey, boys and girls, touch your nose, touch your ears, touch your head. Hey, Marty and William, this is done. This is ending. We're not fighting back and forth. Okay? Okay, so my group over here. What were the fractions that you had? I want you to just name them off to me real quick. Not in the order from, just name them, I got 2 4s. Lizzie, go ahead, tell me them. Don't put it from Grace to least though. No, just say it randomly. Okay.
2 6 and 1/2.
And 1/2. Alright, boys and girls, there's so much talking going on. I would hate to add 30 seconds to our recess time. I think we got 30 seconds from yesterday, so 30 seconds as of quick each time. So they had this set of numbers in this group. Now, guys, what did you get from the greatest to the least? Adriana, you want to say it?
9/12, 3/4, 1/2, 3/4, 2 6.
Okay. Now, guys, they did an awesome job. They knew these ones were more than a half. Okay? And these, Adriana or Liz, you want to say it?
Just saying, those two greatest ones are the same.
They are. Good. Now, do we have another same one in this set too?
No. Yeah.
Which one is it, Joseph? These are the same. These are equivalent.
1/2 and 2/4.
Right. These are the same as well. Okay? Great job, guys. I'm so proud of you guys. Now, Andrew's group.
Yeah.
The same thing that we did with them. Give me your numbers randomly.
6 8, 10 12, 2/3, 5 6, and 1/4.
Is it a fourth or third?
1/4.
Okay. So, how did you order this, guys, from the least to the greatest?
1/4,
Okay.
2/3,
Mm-hmm.
6 8, 10 12, and 5 6.
Now, for these, do we have any same fractions in this one at all?
Let me check.
No.
No, I'm not sure.
Yes? No.
No. Nope.
I don't know.
I don't think.
No.
I don't think so. It's kind of the wrong one. Wait, I think 6 8 and 10 12. They're the same, I guess. Oh wait, yeah, 10 12 and 6 8. Yeah.
Well, not necessarily, because if you look on our fraction strips, what I just did, okay, so here would be my 10 for the eighths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No.
So the 12th, this is greater. But guys, you did a great job, because this is one away from a whole, so this one's the greatest, okay? Now Joseph's group.
Can I say it
Random, Rosaline, you want to give them to me randomly?
And I'll say them in order for me to say.
You want to give it to me randomly?
3 6.
Hold on 1 second, buddy. Let me just erase this. 3 6.
4 6. 5 10s. 1/3. And 3 9s.
Okay. What, Rosalani?
From 1/3. 3 9s. 3 6. 5 10s. 4 6.
Okay. Now, did you guys have any same fractions, equivalent ones?
Yeah.
Which ones?
3 6. 3 6 and 5 10s.
Right. These ones, if you looked on your fraction table, those were the same. But there's more. Andrew? Go ahead, tell me.
1/3 and 3 9.
Because if I would reduce this down to 3 9, that would equal 1/3. Okay? Now, boys and girls, I have centers set up all around the room.
Where are they?
The first one is with food. Food that's split up into fractions, and then I have fraction pieces over here. Hey, boys and girls, we're not talking. And then I have another one that's on the green bookcase. There are other fraction strips that are different. And then there's regular cards back there, which we just used. And then we have playing cards up here. I want you guys to order... Creepy.
That's creepy. That's creepy.
Boys and girls, so for the playing cards, your fraction is going to look like this. Here's 2/8. Okay, so your fraction will look like this. I want you in all of the stations. There's some stations where the fraction's already given to you, but there's other ones where you have to figure it out. Okay, which is the one with the food, the one at this table over here, and the one on the green bookcase. You guys have to figure out what the fractions are, and then you order them. But for the card one, playing cards here and the playing cards back there, they're already given to you. Okay? So, I want you guys working with your tables for this.
Everybody at your table?
Yes, everybody at your table. Because if a group finishes early or whatever, I want two centers open so that I can send you guys to either one. Okay? What's up, Lizzie?
I have a question. Can we eat this food?
No, it's fake food. Unless you want to eat plastic or no paper. But no. I'm going to hand you guys out of paper, so give me a second.
So what center are we each going to?
I'll tell you guys.
If it was fake food, let's have it.
Hey, boys and girls, this is group work. So if you get done early, do we just sit there or do we help group members that are maybe struggling or a little behind?
We help.
We help them. And guys, I want you to take your fraction tables with you.
Okay, I'm using my pen.
Okay.
Wait, can I put my math book away?
Oh yes, you guys can put your math books away, okay? Marty, your table is going to go to the food. Okay, so you guys go to the food, and you guys over here at the table. You guys can do the creepy cards. No, guys, leave those on your table. They're my favorite. That's what you call them. Okay, so guys, order that.
I don't know. I don't want to know.
No, guys, here I will fractions. And then I need grab a pencil. I can't move.
They're all No, that's the only good one.
I don't think so.
So write them down. You guys gotta write them down.
What is that? Belly.
No, I don't want to. I'm
You're doing that already. I'm getting this. James, I was about to do one.
It's okay. He's figuring out one for you.
What fraction is this? 1/2.
What would that be?
I know 1/2. 1 what? 4/6.
Right. Good job.
4/6.
So Jay and William, you guys can get the first two. There's 1/2. Put 1/2 down.
I'm going to do
And then there's 2/3.
Jake, can I have the red number 1, 4 red pieces. I want to do the little purple pieces.
I want it. Please, Jay. This is mono or 6. Put 1/2 first.
I didn't get to do one, so, and you already did it.
Hey, you guys both did them, so it's William's turn.
I didn't get to do I said fraction.
2/3. And then you guys put 4/6.
I didn't get I little island fractions. I got a 6. Okay, so you put 2 islands.
You'll do those ones, okay?
Okay.
There's a lot of pieces. I mean, those are small pieces, so there's going to be a big number. Yeah.
No, these are each station. Wait, are we going to we go to a 3/5? Yeah.
Right. So So put 3/5.
Okay. I can do that. Okay. So we need to order them. Oh, actually, are we doing greatest to least? Wait, this one. Can we put this for the order? That's how we did it, and that's how we did it.
This one, do this one from, I forgot to put them on your papers, but do this one from least to greatest.
Least to greatest?
From greatest
Oh, we
to
did do
least
it.
over here, okay?
Oh, we did this one.
Just so you know, one whole is right of one.
No, you have to write the fraction.
I said greatest to least, right? This is greatest to least, and that's greatest to least.
Do we do greatest to least? I thought you said this.
No,
Do we write 1 for the 1/8? I need to write 1, because that's how I borrow it.
You need 1 for the 1/2. Oh, no, I want you doing 2 over 2.
Okay.
Just doing numbers. Okay.
7, 1, 4. Okay, for number 1, you guys are
What don't you understand?
I didn't raise
Okay, sorry, I forgot to put this least to greatest.
Come on! Write each fraction.
Come on!
And then order them for each set.
Okay, I need to write that. I'll put them up on the board. Greatest to least.
You're supposed to write this. 310. Greatest to least.
I just
How do you roll that? Does that say write each fraction in each set, then order them. Okay? So,
How much number is this guys on your thing? Number 4. Number 4. Least to greatest.
Miss Romano, for station 1, do we write the fractions and then write the order? Or do we just write the order?
Which one? Hold on.
Because all,
Which one is the other cards?
Miss Romano, because all my whole things are not going to get points off if you don't. And they're going without.
Boys and girls! Hey, boys and girls, look up here. Miss Romano. The first one is least to greatest, so look at your station numbers. These are the station numbers. Look up here for what you're doing. Greatest to least for the first one, greatest to least for the second, and greatest to least for the third. But then for 4 and 5, we're going to do least to greatest, okay?
Miss Romano,
What's up?
you get points for station 1 if you don't write all the fractions. We wrote the fraction order. Because all my because we put 1, 4, 3, 4, 2.
Oh, but that's what then we erased it to do it in order, and he said we won't get points off for that. We did it.
Because it's supposed to be 1/4, 1/4, and 1. You guys. And then they erased it.
It's fine. It would be 4, 6. 0 over 2, 1, 4.
Yeah, but it says to write the order, then I meant it says to write what they are in this order, and then write.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So if you have Andrew,
Really, Marty?
hey, no, guys, listen to me. Hey, Andrew, the way you did it was fine, and Marty, the way you did it was fine. It's not a big deal. Okay?
He's just throwing it in my face. He's dropping it in my face.
I know, I know.
Hey, Marty and Andrew, we're not repeating yesterday, okay? So work it out. Okay.
Wait, where was this?
Where was this? Just put it over here.
Where was this? No, I'm serious. Where was this? I don't know.
Right over here. You guys are gonna do station 5, which is least to greatest, okay? Yes.
Which one is this?
This is 5, number 5, okay?
Station 5, least to greatest.
I'm gonna let one give pressure to orange pieces. The next one. 1/3. No! It's 1/3. Yeah, I know, but you already said it.
No. Good job, guys.
What number? 2.
Very organized. Good job, Lizzie.
She is so bright.
And then 3.
Not 6, 2. 1, 6.
I'm gonna let
Anything else?
3 12. No, 2 12.
2 12.
Yeah, then 3 12. I'm not gonna write it down yet.
And then
Yeah, they are.
They are. So it doesn't matter.
2 12s.
Is 3 12s equal to 2 8s? Yes, equal. That's
2
equal, so you can do
6 9s, 4 8s. 6 9s. Here and 4 8s. 6 9s is
Is it half? It looks like a cat. Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for
Right. Because guys, if you look at these two, 4 8s. What is this equivalent to? Right. Because half of 8 is 4. Okay. Now for this one, if we did half of 9, that would be 4.5. Okay. 4.5. So we already know that this is greater because it's more than half. You guys can go to the cards. Creepy cards.
I know how creepy those cards
Okay, so you guys are finished. You guys did awesome. Hey, Jay.
Let's go somewhere
You
else.
guys can go to this one over here.
That one? Okay, I need my paper back. She has my paper. She has my Which one is this?
Do you guys know what station number?
This not even. Oh, this one?
It's fine, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Alright, so the order is number 1.
Yep.
Yes, we can use the same fraction, Marty.
Are we doing
Okay, now we're doing the last figure out.
Hello.
1/2 is last. 1/3. Marty.
Guys, this is group work. We're working as a team. There's no I in team.
So 2/3 is
Where's the other piece?
Wait, so what do we do?
I couldn't hear anything you just said.
It's 2/3, 1/3, and then 1/3.
You still cannot hear me.
2/3, 1/3, and 1/3.
Jeez, I said it 3 times and you can't hear me. Wow, you are switched. You get
Okay. Yeah, no, that's great. Boys and girls, Gianna and Marty, I'm going to send you guys over to that one with the fraction cards, okay? Okay, I'm sending Gianna and Marty over here. You guys are going to go right behind me.
Wait, what station is this?
Number 5. And look up on the board. That's the grade.
Number 5 is this from Mono.
Okay, so these.
They are. I see a big green one.
So I can
Okay, that's it.
This is number 3.
Any of this counts?
So, you guys. Remember, these are put together. These are the fourths, these are the halves, these are the 12s, these are the 10s, these are the 6s, these are the 3rds. Now, you have to figure out how many fourths you have, how many halves you have, how many 6s, how many 12s, how many 10s.
So one
And then, once you guys figure that out, you guys got to order them all together. Okay? So this is a fraction, this is a fraction, this is a fraction, that's a fraction, this is a fraction, that's a fraction. You guys got to figure it out. Okay? I know, for you to write your answer.
Do we write like? There's 3/4.
That's 3. No, you guys are supposed to use the red, the whole. Okay?
3/4.
That would be a half.
We don't figure out what they are.
No, because I wanted you guys to think. I wanted you guys to think. This is a little bit harder.
This is dangerous and we're done.
Whole, half, third, fourth, fifth.
No, but not the 6. 12.
Right, Adriana.
That is all. 6.
Okay. And I can tell you this is not a 40.
This is my mom.
You're done. Tell your group to come to the food.
Rosalani, you had to write jelly.
Okay, you guys are going to go to the creepy cards.
We're gonna go to the creepy cards.
Creepy cards.
Okay. First. Okay. Okay. This is.
You guys are going to go to the food next. Okay?
We didn't get the copy. I did. We didn't get a copy. I did. Well, let's copy it. I got to copy it.
Okay, copy off the J.
Here. These are creepy. They are. Look at this.
Stop mixing them up. Don't mix them up. Keep them out. Stop touching them. Keep doing like this.
No, it broke.
Joseph, where's my cap?
I'm looking for it. If these are fixed, I didn't know we're at 7. So 1 7. What station
How good is
What's the creepy cards?
Rosalani.
Does this black one you? Does this video record sound too? Oh, so it's recording me right now.
I let Joseph do that. You guys want to do that? You guys can do that.
I'll do it. So what station?
Talking when told, okay? I forgot to move it to free talk. I'm sorry about that. Hey, Marty, you're supposed to be going to the bathroom.
I know it's
Okay. Boys and girls, did you guys understand it? If you guys understood the lesson with ordering fractions, give me a thumbs up. Or if it was like you didn't get it, put a thumbs down. If you kind of got it, put a thumb sideways. So sideways. Lucas, are you sideways? Okay. What about you guys? Did you guys get it or no? You got it? Put a thumbs up. Okay, those cards are creepy. Now, guys, just remember the Bible lesson at the beginning. How do we become the greatest in God's kingdom? Anybody remember the one? By being humble and like a child. And a child is very believing and they give a lot of faith. So that's how do we get into the kingdom? Does anybody know how we get into the kingdom, which we kind of went over? Ethan? We have to believe it and confess it. That's how we get into the kingdom. And are we good enough to get to heaven on our own? Nope. No. No, we are not. That's why God sent His Son Jesus, because He loves us and wants us to be with Him. Okay, so math is over for today. We're going to pray for snack and our wives out for the day. Is it? Vince, were you yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, Lizzie, let's come pray for snack.
Joseph,